السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبينا من بعد وشرط السجود والسلام وحده رسول اللسان يفقهوا قولي. Before I begin, my son told me the incident. His teacher asked one of his classmates, "How many prayers did you pray this week?" It was on Monday. So the boy, he then responded with the question. He's like, "With or without wudu?" So yes, you have to pray with wudu, okay? There's no prayers that count if you don't have your wudu. Kids. To remind me of our park situation. Same thing. It'll never be solved. So inshallah tonight, Surah Al-Araf, verse 164. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Here in this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, or he's mentioned, وَيَوْمَةٌ مِّنْهُمْ لِمَ تَعْبُدُونَ قَوْمًا لِلَّهِ مُهْلِكُهُمْ أَوْ مُعَذِّبُهُمْ عَذَابًا شَدِيدًا قَالُوا مَعْذِرَةً إِلَىٰ رَبِّكُمْ وَلَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ. And when a community amongst them said, this is referring to the Sabbath among the Bani Israel. So there was two different communities. So one of them said, "Why do you advise or warn a people whom Allah is about to destroy or to punish with a severe punishment?" Then they said, "قَالُوا مَعَذِرَةً إِلَىٰ رَبِّكُمْ," so that we can perhaps be absolved in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala any type of blame. وَلَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ, and perhaps they may fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, as you know, the story that's happened is very simple. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the Bani Israel on the Sabbath, which was a Saturday, not to go fishing, right? That was how they basically earned their risk. Their sustenance was from the ocean or the rivers at that time. What would happen? Allah said on Saturdays, no one's allowed to. But what would eventually start happening on Saturdays, these fish would come and pop up and be very visible, open just for anybody to take. They became very abundant. So one group of people did not listen, and they would still continue fishing on Saturdays. The other group, they listened to Allah's command. But even amongst the people who listened to Allah's command, there was two groups. And that's what's happening. Amongst those two groups, from the ones who listen, this is the dialogue that's happening. One group is saying, why talk to them? There's no point, conversing with them, talking to them for any reason, because they disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah is going to punish them. But then the other group said, well, they're still our brothers. Even though they disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're still our brothers. Right? They're our brothers, they're our sisters, and at the very least, we should go and try to talk to them, try to convince them. Maybe they'll listen. Right? And in the verse itself, right, what was happening is that the people who were trying to advise them, right, Allah himself has mentioned that they were advising in a way that they were really appealing to the hearts of the people, right? They were trying to talk in a way, not judging them or saying you're going to go to hell or this is wrong. They're just trying to convince them in the right way that what's happening is not in their best interest. And that's why they should, take heed. Yes, it's tough to see all these things happening in front of them, but all they need to do is really listen to Allah's command, and barakat will come afterwards. But if they break Allah's command, there's nothing but punishment. So they were trying to really appeal to the hearts of those people, and on the other hand, you have the other group saying, why are you trying to? They were 100% sure Allah was going to punish them. They were scared that Allah was going to punish them for sure, as if they knew what was really going to happen or not. They were speaking on behalf of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what was their response? Maybe, right? Maybe, at the very least, if we do our part, we go to them, we try, we can at least stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and let Allah know that we tried our best. They didn't listen, but we tried. We didn't just stand idly by, let them do whatever they want while they're walking towards the flame, walking towards the fire. We're just standing and watching them do that. We didn't do that. We tried to stop them and warn them. And who knows? Some of them might listen. Right? There's always that hope. And really what this verse goes at the heart of, as Muslims, one of the inheritance that we receive from the Prophet ﷺ is the care and concern for other human beings. The care and concern for other human beings, this is one of the inheritance of the Anbiya alayhi salam. This is an inheritance of all the prophets, that they have a concern for their nation, for the people, and our ummah as well. This is our responsibility, and we have to, which is why they said, ma'alatin ila rabbikum, so that at least we can, stand before Allah and say we tried. Because what eventually did happen, the people who broke the Sabbath, they were punished, and the people who didn't warn, they were also punished. In the end, the punishment came to them as well because they didn't try to warn them. They felt themselves too superior, and that arrogance kind of got to them, and they were punished as well. So as us, as Muslims, we always, it's part of our religious identity, it's part of our faith identity that we have a genuine care and concern for all of humanity. We're not, we don't go to Jannah individually, we go to Jannah collectively. And that's why this responsibility has been given to us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to nurture that care and concern for our fellow human beings, and give us the right course of action to do so. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.